Hey everybody, welcome back to a new week. This topic is about the relationship is over. And I'm talking about people who can't seem to get it through their head and they hang on to bad relationships because they can't let go. For whatever reason, they have this belief in their mind that this person is their soulmate, or they can't live without this person. This is the only person for them in the entire universe, which is basically a crock. There's no such thing as the only person in the universe for you. If that was a fact, then everybody would be in perfect relationships and there'd be no issues because we'd all have the right person. Now again, like I said, when you have the mindset that you can't live without this person, you're setting yourself up for a lot of problems emotionally. When a person physically abuses you or mentally abuses you in a relationship and it's not getting better, and you both tried counseling and you've both tried intervention and help from like even family members, and it's completely getting worse, it's freaking over. Walk away. Get the strength. I know it's tough, but get out of that relationship. Abusive relationships very rarely get better. If the person has a, again, disorder that makes them this way, you can't change them, okay? You're not going to change a person, he or she. It goes both ways because women can abuse men and men can abuse women. But at the end of the day, that's a done relationship. So there's nothing else you can say about that. That's pretty much, common sense, but people inside a relationship can't see that. Only people on the outside. So yeah, abusive relationships means it's over. So done on that aspect. Now another thing is when you're in a relationship and one or both are cheating, that relationship's done. Like seriously, that's a no-brainer also. If you're with somebody and you say that you care about them or you love them or you're in love with them and you're cheating, that relationship is done. It's finished. You have no trust. How can you be with someone you can't trust? And it's going to be lies all the time. And first of all, how can you be with somebody in a relationship who's basically screwing somebody else? So that means if they really cared about you, like they said, then they would be exclusive to you. So if there's a lot of cheating involved in a relationship, and again, that doesn't stop, you tried help, because I always say try to get help first before ending a relationship. If they keep cheating, the relationship's dead, okay? You're a doormat. Move on. Reality. Obviously, if they wanted to be with you, they wouldn't be basically screwing someone else. So that's another telltale sign. Another time when you really got to wake up and smell the roses is when you're giving 100% and they're giving you 50 or less in return. I mean, relationships are supposed to be mutual. Give and take, even, you know what I mean? 50-50, 100-100, whatever it is, it's supposed to be even. If you're not getting the same thing you're putting into the relationship back in return an equal amount, if not even, a little bit more, it's over. Okay? You can't love someone who doesn't love you. You can't even like someone who doesn't like you. You can't force it. Okay? If they're not mutually caring about you the way you care about them, move on. It's done. You can't even express it anymore. You can't be with someone who doesn't want to be with you. So stop holding on and acting like, oh, I can't live without you. I mean, the person's going to look at you like you're crazy anyway and get basically annoyed. So again, you have to know when the relationship is finished. In a relationship, like I said, when you see you hit a plateau of staleness, or you hit the area where there's no progression, you don't see you're both working towards the same future, you don't see that you're both on the same page, that you kind of drifted apart. And this even includes marriages, because no offense, just because you marry somebody doesn't mean you're going to be with them your whole entire life. Sometimes people get married to the wrong person. It just happens because sometimes you get married out of emotion, or because your family said you should do it, or you got pushed into it, or you had an idea about the person, but you weren't really paying attention to who they really were, and you just married them, because you figured, oh, this is the person for me. And then you find out maybe 2 years later that you married a complete idiot, or you married someone that you just would never even date before. Again, I'm not saying you should get divorced. I'm not pushing divorce, but I mean, you married the wrong person. You got two choices. You're stuck with them, or you end it. So yes, that's why they invented divorce. I'm not promoting it, but I'm just saying marriage does not mean you are obligated to stay with someone who is treating you badly, someone who does not love you, someone who is, again, the wrong person, and you used all avenues, you got all the intervention and help you could possibly get to make it work, and it's completely not working because one or both people are not going to invest in it. It's over. So again, like I said, you have to get to the idea or the realization, come out of fantasy world, okay? Stop thinking everything is all, bunny rabbits and rainbows and cotton candy and marshmallows. Relationships go bad. That's just part of life. When they go bad, you need me to make sure you realize it so you don't waste time with someone for years regretting the fact that you could have found someone better. So again, relationships, when they're done, they're done. Sometimes people try to go back and repair relationships. I'm not into the boomerang thing where you try to go back. Once it's bad for a reason. I'm not saying that there's not a slim chance that the relationship may work a second time, because it has happened. But 9 times out of 10, if it's bad and you left it, that's a reason not to go back. That's why they're called ex. Okay? Let your ex go. Start fresh. And don't bring what you had in your bad relationship to the next one, or you're going to create the same scenario over again. When the relationship's over, that means that person is no longer part of your life. You erase everything. It takes time. I know this hurt, but you got to get everything about them out of your system so you can move on and start fresh, new. Don't treat the next person like the person you were just with. Don't expect the same thing from a new person that you expected from the person you used to be with, because you're setting yourself up for a failed relationship again and again. People don't get this. They drag baggage. Once you drag baggage into your next relationship, it's over. The relationship will not work. Old baggage destroys new relationships because you can't get over the past. Again, these are some of the things that people need to realize. Like I said, it sounds easy, but when you're going through it emotionally, it's really difficult. But you do need to realize that there are times in life when you need to let it go and end the relationship and go your mutual ways. It's just part of life. It happens. And believe me, you can find someone else. It's not that hard. Like I said, there's no specific soulmate to where you can't never find love again. Sometimes people waste years in bad relationships because they just don't have the courage to leave, or they're just blind to the fact of how bad it is, or basically they just accepted their fate and they don't have a desire for anything else. But again, bad relationships need to be buried in the ground once and for all. All right, everybody. Hopefully this is, again, informative. It's common sense, but like I said, easier said than done, especially when it comes to breaking up. It's difficult. It's an emotional roller coaster, but breaking up sometimes and ending a relationship can be the best thing for you when you realize it's not the right person you're with. All right, now, hopefully everybody liked this. I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you stay healthy and safe. And again, if you liked the video, click a like, and you can always leave comments and give me ideas for future videos. See you guys next week. Take care.